Hello and welcome to ChangeTube. Today we are going to take a look at Agile Change Management. Is it just a trendy topic or a response to a deficit in traditional change management? You are probably wondering how Agile Change Management came about. Here are some explanations obtained through an analysis of change management practices. This one shows 5 paradigms. In the 50s, Lewin highlighted the resistance of the beneficiaries of change and explained that individuals accept change only through dialogue in a logic of evolution of norms. This is the sociological paradigm. A long time later, in the 90s, Ms. Cantor put forward the model of the wheel of change by defining the levers of support such as communication or training. The wheel of change inspired most of the change management methods used by large consulting firms for the deployment of IT projects such as ERP, Enterprise Resources Planning. This is known as the instrumental paradigm. Also, in the 90s, the research of Pettigrew and later Cotter showed the limits of the instrumental approach. They hold that change does not only take place in project mode, but in an alternation of continuous and disruptive changes allowed by managers, hence the managerial paradigm. Since the start of the 21st century, change management is no longer considered only a tool but a skill and profession. Pettigrew, as well as other researchers, put forward the variables of contextualization of changes and the systems that support them. Indeed, change management is increasingly internalized. See the previous video. We are now talking about the strategic organizational paradigm. Since 2010, we have arrived at a paradigm shift, which is based on Rogers' work in the 70s. It is a question of considering change management as a way or opportunity to develop the capacity to change in individuals. Experience allows individuals to observe and conceptualize in order to validate, test, and review abstract concepts. This is referred to as the experiential learning paradigm. Next to the experiential paradigm, the others today are generally considered too bureaucratic and not collaborative enough by change management experts. In fact, Agile Change uses many of the tools of the instrumental approach while giving a more important place to co-building. Agile methods were developed in the 70s for software design to ensure continuous improvement and rapid execution of computer programs. The best known are Scrum, XP, or RAD, Rapid Application Development. These agile methods aim to avoid the silo and tunnel effect of traditional methods: design or think, programming or build, and roll out or run. Agile methods therefore propose an organization and governance of projects in a mixed team or Scrum to ensure the quality of exchanges between different stakeholders. Agile Change is not only an adaptation of agile management practices, but proposes a collaborative methodological approach to change management. By encouraging experience circles led by managers, Agile Change allows free exchange of ideas with focus on management efficiency. In Agile Change, the act of change is not explained, but rather experienced in the field through collaborative and disruptive situations. The notion of agile change also opens the way to thinking about the innovation of managerial practices. Today, we tend to reduce top-down practices and want more autonomy and responsibility at the operational level. Top-down and unilateral communication is giving way to horizontal way of working. Thus, we are moving from the classic diagnosis, levers, monitoring, toward an agile model also in 3 phases. First, the targeted change, as well as the rule and background that gives it meaning are defined. Next, the change needs to be experienced, first by specific workshops and then by putting it into practice. Finally, it is necessary to revise the change, evaluate what has been achieved, extract the best practices, and check the transformation dashboards. Now, what about you? Have you adopted the agile management approach? So, good thinking and especially good practice. Thank you for watching, and let's change together. Bye bye!